So while rummaging through our shelves, we came across these two dusty bottles.
Wine!
And white wine. Literally, that's what they say. This one just says wine, 9%. This one
It's like a little flippy.
it's a piece of paper in the LaRue apricot flavored brandy bottle, no less, that we didn't even remove the labels from. Says white wine, 6.8% ABV. Now, I happen to know that that one's wrong because that was refractometer readings and, you know, hadn't learned that yet. So that's wrong.
But this one also has the date.
Right. Now, what you have to understand is this is the bottling date. 3/1/2018. March 1st, 2018. Does anyone know why that's significant? If you don't, I'm going to tell you right now. It's because March 2nd, 2018, just one day after this was bottled, our first video went live on this channel. So it's kind of a big deal.
All right, so
She's just moving some dust around.
there's dust on this.
They are covered in dust.
Ryan is super excited, so he's being slightly loud. And because I can see our monitor right over there, he is spiking the crap out of his audio.
It's okay.
So he'll have some work to do
I'll
in
fix
post.
it. So, people have asked us, can you make a white grape wine using juice from Aldi or something like that? That's what this is. Okay, it used sort of the red wine recipe over here, but not, I'll get to this in a minute, but not exactly. And I do not have fond memories of this. The thing is, I know what these two things are. I totally know what they are.
I'm afraid. Hold me. Denied. Oh.
I'm opening a bottle. All right, so
So we're doing the white one first?
yep. It don't smell like white wine.
If you weren't prepared for a comedy of errors, well, reset, put the pause button, and then prepare yourself for a comedy of errors, because I think that's what we're headed into.
I got floaters.
You got floaters. That's not a good sign.
Swap you. No, I'm joking.
I'll drink the floaters. I know you have
I have gag issues.
stronger aversion.
Okay, this is a little cloudy, a little murky. It is a full bottle, so it's not oxidized. It actually doesn't smell bad.
No.
It doesn't smell like white wine.
Because we had floaters, as the technical term is, I was concerned this may had gone into the vinegarization process.
Oh, no.
No, the aroma says no, because
It's actually a nice fruity, heady aroma.
I'm thinking, if anything, it got brandified.
Brandified.
That's my word.
Oh, you think we didn't clean up the bottle enough?
It smells kind of liqueur-ish, like brandy-ish, rather than just your generic white wine.
I'll be honest, this doesn't look all that spectacular. It's kind of cloudy, there's
But it doesn't smell bad. It smells like a boucher almost, which I know is completely inappropriate since this is a white wine. Why would it smell like a...
Taste it!
Oh gosh, that voice makes me afraid. All right. I'm going in for you. This one's for you guys. Are you ready? Cheers.
It's not bad. It's thin, watery. Not a lot of flavor, but it's not an unpleasant flavor. I mean, I really don't want to drink it. But it does taste like white wine.
Yeah,
It tastes like a dry white wine.
but it tastes like a white wine that got brandy added to it. I don't think this...
You think so?
I feel like it's got a liqueur-ish...
I would like to point something out. Whose fault would that be?
It would be my fault because I watched these things.
Actually, for this, it might be mine. I may have been the one doing this at this point.
2018. Does anyone remember what they were doing in 2018? I don't.
One day later, we were putting videos on YouTube.
I have problems remembering what I was doing yesterday.
But that means this is probably closer to 6 years old because This is back when I would start something and let it go for months and months and months. So this is 6 years plus old. Interesting. It did not oxidize.
It is definitely
This is just a reused bottle.
It is definitely tasting white wine plus. Now,
Sure.
if I was thinking about this, I would say, oh, we oaked this.
No, we didn't.
We did not oak this in 2018, people. We were not oaking. We weren't that caliber of people back then. So I'm thinking the brandy is what...
It is possible that there was just some residual brandy left in the bottle, got into it. It tastes like a white wine to me,
That's
though.
kind of nuts, though, to think that it would change the flavor profile that much with just some residual brandy.
But I'm looking at the positives here. It didn't spoil. It's more than 6.8%. It has to be. It has to be more like 12.
Oh, sure. Considering there's floaties in there, I think it's just we didn't do the multiple racking because we didn't know that back then. Where now
This is way old, though.
we rack.
At
Right.
least twice. Yeah.
So it's got stuff in it.
Yeah. So, overall, I mean, we're not putting scores on these. We just wanted to give you guys the experience.
No, I was expecting this to be like...
I was expecting nasty,
projectile.
like spit out of your mouth,
Yes,
dump
yes.
the bottle.
No,
I would cook with this.
I would drink this.
Okay. I don't know that I would drink it. It's dry white wine. It's not my thing.
Because of the brandy essence that I'm getting on it, I would even put this into baking goods. I would pair this. I might spike a cup of tea during tea time with some pastries. I think that'd be a nice combination.
I'm going to go rinse these glasses out.
But we're not done. So yeah, do that. All right, so now on to one that I was actually hopeful for because wine, all things that are dark and wine equal happy place for Derica.
Now, I want to point something out. This just says wine on it. It has no other notifications.
We have no idea.
Oh, I do. I do know. This is the first iteration of my sweet red wine.
Oh. Then this might be fantastic
Or really bad.
or horrifically bad.
One thing I would like to point out is that both of these wines that we have in front of us were fermented with bread yeast. Fleischmann's bread yeast, because that's what I used back then.
Yeah.
So first we have to do, was it bottled properly? Look at that.
It seems like it was.
Now, I know this is older than that. So this wine is at least 6 years old, maybe older. Should we let it breathe for an hour?
Yeah, like what is the determination of when it becomes a vintage? Like anything's a vintage, right? Even if it's the year prior.
It could have been the day prior, it's still vintage.
Okay.
Vintage just means a day.
Now, granted, we have no idea what vintage this is because we didn't even put that information on
I'm
here.
going to say this is from 2017. That's my guess, only because I happen to remember bottling these in Manischewitz bottles.
It smells like Manischewitz.
Yeah, it was meant to taste like Manischewitz. It's Concord grape wine.
Like, I get that sweet grape note.
Wow.
See?
That smells so good. Okay, I was expecting oxidization or weirdness. You have to remember, these are just the plastic screw top reused bottles.
This is like what? Well, this is Manischewitz? I don't know.
That's a Manischewitz bottle. So people have been asking us for a long time, how long can you get? Well, at least 7 years. That's how old this is. 7 years.
No, it's just been sitting on a shelf in the back collecting dust.
At room temperature, which is mid 70s in our house. Clarity-wise, color, this is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Super dark, but it is actually clear. You can tell by looking at the diagonal thing that there's no
clarity issues, nothing.
It's just really dark.
So I may have done a better job of
It's like
taking care of this one.
Pinot Noir darkness.
You gotta remember, before we had a channel, if I didn't like something, I didn't really care so much. So I just kind of, well, we'll get it
This
done.
is like total grape on the nose.
Yeah, this smells amazing. I'm estimating this to be about 12%. We usually got about 12% out of most of our sweet red wines.
Like it almost smells
Oh, wow. It's
like
heady, it's rich.
Oh yeah.
Concord grape wine.
Concord. If you like Manischewitz, and please, those of you who hate Manischewitz, I suggest you strongly to just push that to the side, go get you some Manischewitz, drink it with a clear thought of mind, and you may be surprised at how yummy that stuff is. Taste that. Okay, I'm doing the preliminary.
I know you are. This is much drier than I expected it to be. This is probably in the range of like a 1.004 to 1.006 gravity. I don't think I took gravity readings. This is why you take gravity readings, people, so 7 years later you know what the heck you're talking about.
But it's got like a strong earthiness to it.
This is actually very nice.
But not in a unpleasant fashion.
Oh no, this
Sometimes
is
earthiness can be unpleasant. It can go to like vegetal. This is not vegetal. This is just more earthy notes.
But it's still rich. It's got a nice tannic quality.
It doesn't quite match the aroma.
No, the aroma is much sweeter.
Yeah.
Sweeter and lighter. This is a deep, rich, enjoyable wine. This would be up there with like a Pinot Noir or something like that. That's a very dark, rich wine. Yeah.
This would be great with spaghetti, with veal parmesan.
Oh yeah.
With a really nice aged steak. Anything that you would want a rich, earthy red to go with.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Which, why am I giving these notes? I don't know, because I can't give you this recipe. We don't even know what this recipe is.
It's my sweet red wine.
It's through.
But it went dry,
forever.
Which is curious. Usually it doesn't go dry. It's possible that it just happened to that time because Fleischmann's can, these can't read, they don't know. Or maybe this was an experimental one where I didn't have as much sugar in it yet.
Is it possible that this got slightly oxygenated and so we're getting a little brandy-esque thing going on?
What's with you and the brandy-esque? I don't taste any of that. That's a dry red wine.
What is the oxygenated red?
It'll be like a dull...
brandy or is that...
That's sherry.
Sherry. Forget the brandy. Ignore that person who said brandy. They don't know what they're talking about. Sherry-esque.
I don't get a sherry...
Sherry.
I don't get sherry.
Oh, yeah? Mm-mm. I'm just going to pour some sherry.
Oh, jeez. You're dumping really good stuff here.
I know. You're going to have to bleep me out because I'm cursing. Wait, Facebook or YouTube allows that now.
Yeah, but we don't really like to.
I know. We're PG adjacent. All right, so I was going to pour some sherry because I think we have some sherry. On the wall of insanity or mystery, which somebody actually thought that we green screened, and that was, why would we green screen this?
There's proof that we don't green screen. I am not that good at special effects and video.
Spock, I love you. Why would Spock be green screened into this mass hysteria? Like, how could you find a green screen with our play button and our little tiny... Why did we save this? We don't know.
I don't know why you saved
Because
that.
I'm crazy and I save all the things. How could we... Okay, this one.
Oh, boy.
This little tiny thing.
And we just went off the rails.
That got saved because of Brian. Brian loves tiny things.
It was cute.
All right?
Came with a lid, though, didn't it?
Yeah, the lid's right next to it because it wasn't completely dry. That's why I didn't put the lid on it. But, yeah, we went off the rails, but come on. It was necessary.
I would put this on par with any commercial dry red wine.
All right, here's the sherry.
Need another glass.
Nope.
Has that even been opened yet? Dry sherry.
Yeah, dry sherry.
Yeah. What's this dry?
And cream sherry. I don't think it's a
Cream sherry is not the same.
So
All right,
yes,
so we had dry sherry on the shelf.
we have dry sherry, we have cream sherry, and we have sherry. Why do we have so much sherry?
I cook with it.
Because we cook with it, and I
Not very often from the looks of the bottle.
I really like stroganoff,
Yep.
and I require sherry in my stroganoff. It's a requirement. So now we're going to compare this to see if my brain is functioning properly,
Don't pour a lot.
which is probably not. Oh, now I'm thinking stroganoff.
As I recall, I don't like sherry very much on its own.
At first I was like, no, and then I'm like, maybe.
Actually, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like the white wine.
So it's more brandy than sherry. So my
More sherry than brandy.
This is sherry. This is brandy. You said it tastes more like this than this. So it's more brandy than sherry.
The sherry tasted a lot like the white wine.
Oh, oh. Okay. I wasn't getting that.
Totally tastes very similar to me. So it is possible that the white wine oxidized
Something
slightly, making it taste sherry.
oxidized.
People talk a lot about micro-oxidation and things like that. We don't get too far into that, but that is when, like, say you oaked in wood, aged in a barrel or something, you will get a small amount of oxidation in there, and that is a favorable thing in some varieties of
If you're
wines,
making
meats.
sherry, you want that.
You want more than micro.
Because that's how you make sherry. So what was this about? This was just about this discovery that we made, and we wanted to share the experience with you. We thought it was going to be horrific, to be honest.
Oh yeah, we thought this was going to be horrible.
It wasn't.
Which means it has less entertainment value now.
I'm so sorry we disappointed you. There was no retching involved.
But you got to see me make a face because I had to drink dry sherry.
I don't know. I like sherry.
And honestly,
I
I would put this. This is really, really good.
Yeah.
This one came out fantastic. The white wine, it's okay.
Still good though.
For 6 years old, knowing the way I was about doing things, it was pretty good. So learn from my mistakes. Take care of your stuff, and it'll last a long time. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.
Bye-bye.